for San Francisco.
Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going.
And off we go from Nashville.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Back to throw, Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
His throw incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him. Incomplete.
Now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He finds Humphreys.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 37. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post-route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. A first down carry for Henry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Jimmy Ward. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry, and now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Tannehill throwing again, and that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0.
Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
At their own 38-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
And right away, he'll look to throw.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st down, San Francisco.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. At the Titans' 35-yard line.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert.
It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter play.
1 quarter down, 8-0 to score.
To throw, it's Garoppolo.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Right back to Coleman here on first down. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
49ers.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete.
Garoppolo.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Here we go. 21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more, letting one go deep for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 67 yards. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
49ers 6. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down at the
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And got his man complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A big play that time for the Titans. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a handoff to Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and 2, Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On 2nd down, Mostert trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made by...
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
First down, 49ers.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Back now in Nashville. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And some space here. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Raheem Mostert.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable.